Hey there, Brooks. How are you doing? Hello to everybody. Welcome. So, sorry about the other game not going ahead tonight, but we've got plenty of fun in store instead. This is the second part of our um, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines run through in eager anticipation of Bloodlines 2. I'm very excited. So part one we started last night, and we should hopefully have saved the game, and we'll go through the next set of quests. Hopefully we'll get to the haunted house mission tonight, and that is one of the best ones in the game. So this is our haven. Move across. We can turn the TVs off if you can hear this and this here. So as a quick recap, we checked our email and all of our things last night, and we can look at our quests. So, Bloody Mess. LaCroix wants us to retrieve the werewolf blood. Mercurio wants us to find out we need to go and see Therese. After entering Carson's apartment, we need to check out the tattoo parlor. We've located Lily's journal. Her last entry mentioned the local blood bank. Carnival of Death. There's not a lot we can do about this quest because it sort of links to downtown and Regent's Riddle. Game can't really do anything about that at the moment because it hasn't overly unlocked to us. But both the Bloody Mess and the Thinned Blood we can kind of do straight away. So look at our character sheet, we're doing quite good here. I am going to activate this, I think, spending 10 points onto that. So we have done that. Now I know that there is, see it doesn't show up until it goes, but I know that there is potentially a book that we can kind of research here. So I'm going to see if blood buff, which raises our dexterity and our current lockpicking skill, is going to be enough to succeed at getting in here. There we go, success. So this is good. So we can kind of go in here. There's nothing we can really do at the moment because we haven't picked up this quest yet. It comes a little while, but hidden here is a book, and if we look in our inventory, kind of have a look at this book. Okay, this book raises your stealth skill. Now this is quite nice. So we will move through here and go down. Now there's a little I don't like it calling it a cheat, it's more an exploit that I'm going to show you at the moment. Right, so we are going around here, and if we go to the pawn shop, I don't have to particularly go to this one, any other sort of store is fine. Part of the novelty of Bloodlines is opening
Thanks
doors.
for coming back. What you need?
So, I'd like to buy something.
All right,
Number 4.
here's what we got today.
So what we actually want to do is not buy something but sell it. Fundamentally, with the books, if you read them, they're used and they disappear. But what we can do is sell it. It costs us a little bit of money, but we've got plenty of money up here. So we sell the book and then we exit. And then what we do is you look in our inventory. Obviously, the book has gone, but we re-speak
Thanks
to
for
him.
coming back. What you need?
And
All right, here's what we got today.
you see the book that we've sold him. We brought these two books already, and as you can see, we don't gain any benefits, but this one we can now buy back. And then we exit, and then we go to our inventory, and then we read this book. It's increased our stealth. Now I'm not sure whether it will increase it again, but if you come back and have another look at him,
all right, here's what we got today.
so you see the book is now available to buy again. Unfortunately, we put stats in our stealth before, but it works for all books, and it saves you a ton of experience points. I just wanted to use that as an example of what you can do with the books. Our character Merla, research skill is quite high, so we can go across to this tattoo parlor because we picked up the key, and we can double check this quest now. So this is again just soaking the atmosphere. I'm really excited for Bloodlines 2. You can hear in the background the phone ringing, but the phone is downstairs. I know there's not anything here, but you know, it's always worth that check. Look at the walls. It is creepy and horrible. Or I'll go down here. As I say, we can hear the phone ringing. Let's answer the phone.
Hello, might I speak with Mr. McGee? Well, I'm not sure. I had an appointment with him a few days ago, but he never seemed to show up. Do you know when he'll return? Well, Mr. McGee was going to be doing some modeling for me. Medical reference for the work that I do here in the studio. It's a shame, really. The proposition would have been quite lucrative for him. Why, yes, that sounds delightful. Perhaps you could come down to my studio and we can sort out the details. I'm at the end of Main Street, small basement studio. The sign says Gimbel's Prosthetics. Just ring the buzzer and I'll let you in.
So that updates our quest log. So that is really useful. So we have made a step forward. Again, there's nothing particularly here that I've uncovered, but this is a strange thing, and I've said it in a few other streams. It makes you wonder whether that was there for a purpose at some point, and they just didn't sort of include it in the end game. So this is where we want to go to next. It is the blood bank. We'll go through the back entrance. Again, the moths throughout the light, really cool. So there's two different ways to go here. To retrieve the werewolf blood, you go up the stairs, and to do the lily quest, you go down the stairs. So liquid demon seed. I'm not sure I want to be drinking that. 13 stimulants in every bottle. 13. Yeah, it's just the graphics are great, even for the age of the game. And then further down, even more. Talk to this
next
dude.
up for the needle? Your donation could save a life, you know. Oh, but isn't it a little late for altruism? I don't think you're here to give blood at all. I don't buy it, Betty. I bet you're here to take blood. Am I right?
So, are you offering?
Right down to business. None of this.
So say hello to some people in chat.
Shit.
Hi, Michael.
Very refreshing to find
Sorry
this
about the
sense of
game being postponed.
so?
It is a real pain, but better to have everybody there. How much?
If you have to ask.
So this is where we can buy blood
5?
packs from. These refill your health and
Greenwich
blood
would say
to
no
use your
to
powers.
that.
As
Wouldn't like that,
the
wouldn't like that,
as the game progresses, you can buy even better blood bags as well. So,
5?
but we need to get into here, and we need to try and pick the lock. Okay, so we can't pick the lock, but what we can do is do like we did before, which is blood buff, and that should get us through the door. There you go. I'm being quite cautious with the experience points at the moment. So I can push this over. There's two ways to find out the clues to where Lily is. The first way is to go and chat to this doctor here. So let's do this first.
What are you doing back here?
If you don't know, you shouldn't be acting, because we have quite a high persuasion.
You here for the special sauce? I think you want the clinic upstairs.
Hey, stop right there.
So we've got no information from him. So we need to go around here. And if we go into this one here, there is the computer. And then here, hopefully, we can see if we can hack it. So put freezers in, and then we'll try and hack it. There you go, Ambrosia. I've played this game far too many times. So we can look at the temperature. Need to spell it right. So we can see that freezer 3 isn't running quite right. That is a clue. And let's ask for the passcode. There you go. 1969, which is fundamentally the moon landing date. I think they mentioned that in the game at some point. So we've uncovered that. We can't get into this door here. I'll just show you. It's got a lock picking well, it just won't. We can't do it at the moment. This is the laundry, and there is a secret way in here, but we don't need to go that way at the moment. I'm just showing you things. We can potentially try and get into here, but again, but that's where we need to go. This is the exit. But, oh look, these are the freezers. Freezer 1, 2 and freezer 3. So let's look here. The first time I played this, it took me forever to work out. But as you move here, you see that this is locked. And what you actually have to do is move these boxes. Doesn't matter about blocking this door. There's actually a keypad behind these boxes. So we put the code in at 1969, the moon landing, and we are good to go, and that should have unlocked this door here. Then we need to pull the lever. That opens this panel here, and then we can kind of come in here, and oh, there she is. Let's talk to her. Hi to everybody in chat. Let us know what you're doing with your evening other than just watching us. We are doing the playthrough. It's exciting times because I've learned to post up to YouTube as well. So this isn't just for you live. We'll be posting it to YouTube later. Right, so She is suffering from withdrawal symptoms from blood. Hold still, I will let you go.
You don't look well at all. Oh, sweet mother of God!
Oh dear. So she's fed, and we need to calm her down now.
The heat. It's never been so satisfying. All of it. I drank until I heard his heart stop, and I was sucking on a dry, dead artery. It was euphoric. But I've killed him. I've never killed anyone before. What happened? What came over me?
Okay, so calm down. Tell me who you
What
are.
just happened? It's not who I am. I've never done anything like that before. I'm not a monster.
Okay.
I tried to steal some blood. I heard they sold it. I was hungry, and I can't hunt in town. They caught me, and I was trapped. Thought I'd never escape, but I killed a man. I have to get out of here. My name is Lily. E? You know E? How do you know E? I tried to tell E about his condition, but he was so furious at me for what I'd made him into, he wouldn't listen. A thin blood, from what I've been told, is a vampire whose blood is weaker than most. Rolf, my sire, told me some vampires consider thin bloods a bad omen and want them destroyed. Rolf wasn't a thin blood, and apparently I am. I don't know why. Rolf abandoned me. His group wouldn't take me in. They said I was a liability. He left me with so many questions.
That is
And I
getting
did the
some
same
experience.
thing to E, but I didn't want to leave E. He forced me out of his life. I should go. I
And
have to
some
get out of
humanity
here.
gained.
Maybe out of the city. Soon.
You should go see E on the beach. If it gives you, so we'll do that.
E
Would be
doesn't
nice.
hate me anymore? I'll go see him. Thank you. Oh, about tonight, what I did? Please, don't tell E. It's not my fault. I couldn't control it. I've never done anything like this before. I'm no killer.
We are such a good kindred.
Why'd you have to go and let that bitch out? There's one less Phil in the world now. Why'd you have to let her go and eat him, huh? Now I'll never get to do in that bastard myself. Well, you know what? No blood for you. No more!
Okay.
That's interesting. A missed opportunity. Guns make people cocky. They never appreciate what a skilled hand married to a knife can do. All you have to do is get close enough to cut off the trigger finger. Or their face. You like to talk,
Creepy.
don't you? I want to hear a story. Tell me, what's the best way you violenced up someone? I want to hear every grisly detail. If I like your story, I'll sell you some blood.
Oh dear.
Blood comes from out of the living, from all kinds in a red torrent. The crimson seep at the speed of a heartbeat. For each drop, a teeny bit of life shed. You don't care how it's got, as long as it is. You'll be begging for it, and not getting any.
Okay, so there is an answer to this. It's not a particularly good answer. But at the moment, they won't sell us blood. So we have choice now. Let's move back. So we can choose to persuade one of the people in the nightclub to come down here and take their place. Or we can just use them to drink the blood from. So this is a little bit tricksy here because we have to do the jumping, and anybody who knows me playing these games, I'm not that good at doing the jumping things. As you can tell. The rest of the stream will be made up of me trying to do this. Oops, there we go, I've got the box. Let us just... I'd like to say it's the archaic controls of the game, but no, I think it is just me. It's just me. I want to put the box on its side. This is why I just tend to go and kill people rather than do the sneaky things about. Right, let's try and manipulate this box. Yay! That is so satisfying. Victory is mine. So we should, I think, be able to drop down into one of these. There we go. Now we have another computer. So CS door. This is hopefully when we know we haven't got enough skill. After all of that, let us have a look. So our hacking is 3. So it's going to put us dangerously close, but what we can do is we can use auto specs. Except we need to do it first, so we have to be okay. CS. Should also put cabinet. Okay. Okay, so we can't do that. So we have to come out and we have to use all specs again, and we have to do CS cabin et. Okay, so substance in camera, so we need to turn the cameras off now. I'm not sure that we can get out of this door. Oh, so we can. We're going to go to stealth. So that's where we are here. So we're running low on blood at the moment, which is not a good thing to do. So we've unlocked stuff at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out of here. We're going to save the game. And we're going to go and top up on blood. We can come back to this quest in a second. So we're out of here. We need to go to the Asylum Club. This is important. If you've not played the game before, once your blood drops relatively low, you can frenzy, which fundamentally means you can attack anybody, and you lose humanity, you lose Masquerade violations. But what we can do here is we can talk to this one here. Where did we leave off? So this will help top us up with some blood. I can speak to this guy and he will further our quest now.
Yeah, not much. Okay. Oh man, his name's Bertram Tongue. Oh man, Oh man. It's cool. Bertram says. Oh man, this guy. Hell yeah. No. Right on. Just come back and let me know. Oh man.
So I kind of flicked through that quickly, but Nox has been stalked by an Asian vampire. He wants to go. He has given you a license, hopes it will be useful. So we look at our inventory now. I have the license here. Name on it is Virgil Crumb. So we're going to have to go back to the bondsman.
Hey, you. Want to come play with me?
So we can convince her to go to the blood bank and take the place of Lily, but we can also just drink from her, and that costs us nothing, so it's better for that to happen. As Brooks is saying in chat, yes, absolutely, frenzy can sometimes work in our favour. So we're going to go back to the bondsman. And we're going to look up Virgil Crumb.
Hope you've slipped into something comfortable. I know I have.
So we want A to F. There you go, Crumb.
First thing in the morning, guaranteed. Well, looks like the birds are lighting up.
Comma
Aren't I the popular
B.
Let's see. Who will be the lucky
Medical
caller?
clinic,
You've got the
morgue.
first shot at Doug tonight. So, who do I
And
have
that
the
is
pleasure
where
of
we are
speaking
going back to. So that is useful. We will be able to do yet another quest all at the same time. So back we go. Again, just the graphics are great for the age of the game. So we're going to make our way back to the blood bank first. So we need to save the game because I need to remember what we need to do fully here. There is a guard here. There's the guard. I think we just want to go into here though, and we need to. We want the maintenance room key, and we want to do the camera. The camera has been put on. That's very good. So camera 1. Control subject cameras disabled. Okay. The other one has been enabled, so that is good for the moment. And we've opened the door. We supposedly have unlocked this. Is that not unlocked? I thought we had unlocked it.
This area is for hospital staff only. Miss?
So we don't want to kill him. But he will be stalled a little bit. I'm a little bit confused because I thought we had cabinet is unlocked. Cancel service is enabled for you. There we go, so this is open now. Open blood trust. So we have the werewolf blood. What we can do, which might be a little bit risky, is to go and rob the other cabinet though. So we're going to save it just in case we get noticed. We're going to try whilst he's in his stupor. Question is, don't know whether we can do it with 5, but we will certainly try. Yeah, there we go. So we have done that as well. We'll give it a little save, just in case the guard notices us again. And then we have cleared through that level quite nicely, gaining the werewolf blood, no violations, and all done quite nicely. The next job is to go to the morgue. Running low on blood again though. As we said before, if we go to the laundry area here, there is this board here that we can, and we can throw that, crouch down and go in. So we'll come around here. We can check here, but it is this computer here that we need to look at. Cadavers. All this hacking. So we are in. So there's all sorts of information here, but the one that we're particularly interested in is Crumb V. There you go. So we know that he's in here. We kind of knew this anyway, but so this is him here, and his personal effects are in here. Hopefully we can pick this lock as well. Unfortunately we can't, but we should with the blood buff. Again, we're trying to save our experience. So we've got a silver ring, Fox's boxes key, and we've got 1 experience for that. You can search all these, but there is nothing else around. And then we can sort of move out of the morgue as well. This is where the double glass doors lead out. We've seen this before when we first started playing the game. So that is yet another success for us. Doing a few of the side quests first before we do the main one. The next thing that we need to do is go back, and we need to put the werewolf blood into the mailbox. We will be rewarded for it. So we just need to find it first. Werewolf blood. Give it to the mailbox. And there we go. We will no doubt be rewarded with that in a little while from LaCroix. So, and we've got a redemption as well. So we look at this at the moment, we're doing good. We've got all of these in place and our humanity is solid. 4 experience to spend at the moment, but we'll save it up. Stealth is okay, computers is okay. Lockpicking we could probably do with increasing at some point. So the next job I believe that we really want to do is we'll go to this gimbals, and we can deal with that fairly easily now that we have our disciplines up. Hey Providence in chat, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. This is a bonus stream tonight, nice and early. So this is Gimbals Prosthetics. We come down here, and we do the buzzing.
Yes? May I help you?
Number 4.
Oh, right. I'll buzz you in.
buzzer's gone and the door is now open for us.
Hello! Welcome to Gimble's Prosthetic. Oh, yes. Aha!
So there's nothing we can do till the door goes and it closes. Then that's kind of like a cutscene here. Now we are free to move again. The office looks pretty much like a normal office. You can look at this, but we've already seen the newspaper before. There's some very weird magazines. World War III, Hooker, Motor Hall magazine, yeah. But there's nothing of real interest. But when we kind of come through here, this is where it gets very creepy straight away. This is just really atmospheric again. You've got to love it. There's these things here that are freaking me out already, even though I know. I don't know whether there is any way to get in here. If there's anybody in chat or watching it on YouTube that knows, drop a message in. It has frustrated me. I can't find a way in. There's probably nothing in there, but it's like, well, it's locked. It's locked. Maybe there should be something there. Now, we don't want to miss out here though. There is a fridge, so we'll take that blood bag. Thank you very much. Camera with these yeah, creepy stuff. There's nothing to particularly be worried about here though. It is atmospheric, and if you're playing it for the very first time, you kind of come and have a look at all this, and it does freak you out. These rooms are well drawn, well sculpted to give you maximum, look, drain there, give you maximum terror. Well, we move down and down into the basement, but as I say, it's all for atmosphere more than anything else. Nothing to collect here, nothing to see as we wind our way all the way down. This is where we do the save again. Now what we want to do is, this could be quite a tough fight normally, but because we've got our discipline up to the suicide, it's going to be relatively easily, hopefully.
Oh, hey, help! You gotta get me out of here, man. This guy's a freaking nut job. Who, Gimbal? Yeah, Gimbal. That guy's been taking pieces off of me and McGee over here for the last 3 days. He's crazy, man. Freaking crazy. What are you doing here?
So fortunately, because we have this discipline, we can just dispatch him very easily like that, using the discipline, and we can let these out.
Thanks, man. You're a lifesaver. I wasn't sure I was gonna make it. I'm telling you, I've been on some weird cases. Yeah. He did? What? Thanks again.
And that is it. There's nothing else to see down here, but that is that quest done. We can though pick up one of the oddest weapons in the game, which is this, a severed arm. Yeah, so bizarrely, you don't really freak people out if you are running around with the severed arm. But there you go, in all its glory. You're holding it by its bone, and it does count as a weapon. There's nothing else to see here. You can kind of search around. There's his room here, but again, whether there was meant to be more stuff in here and then they decided to put it in at the end, don't know. But away we go. There is nothing like a young lady with a severed arm. So we can move around here. Let's say this doesn't seem to unlock even now they've defeated him. And we are done and dusted. I'm going to save the game again. We'll take the severed arm off just in case it does freak people out. Go back to our fists. But yeah, if you've got your third level sort of discipline up, relatively easy to take down Stan Gimbal, giving us some more experience points. So we'll look at the quests now. We need to deal with the Asian vampire. We can check in our mailbox for that, and we should report back to Arthur. And we need to speak to the people at the beach as well. All of this will give us some experience points, so let us do that. Let's go back to the beach first and finish off that quest. Always a little bit of running around, but we tried to do a playthrough where we did just the main story, and the few final end bosses were nigh on impossible to defeat if you didn't have enough skills, enough power, and the like. So this is why we're showing you everything that we know about.
And never look back. This life's been. I'll never forget this night.
So that's been quite good. Speak to this dude. I don't know if there's anything that he's going to say. And then we'll go and speak to E.
Brought my Lily back. We're going to be getting out of LA soon.
So we have completed that quest. We will be travelling to that boat at some point in the future. So that is a spoiler for you. I'm not sure whether this police officer has made himself available. So let us go up here. So occasionally there is a police officer that sort of wanders up and down this alleyway. You can have a little snack upon him. But he seems to be here at the moment.
Nothing back there for you.
Nothing we can do here. So, no. Me trying to take a shortcut. So we have done that. We are again though, if you need to watch your blood, running low on blood, it might be time to sort of try and top it up again. So back up to the car park and out. But we have completed that quest. So we pop back now and see whether LaCroix has responded. See whether he put something in our mailbox for us yet. I'm not entirely sure how long you have to wait, whether you can just literally leave the house and come back. There you go. So we've got $150, which is quite nice. It's always worth going to double check whether we've got any more emails. So we've got one email left. Number 6, nicely done. There we go. So we've done this, and because we've done it, We've updated the quest and everything else, and gain some experience as well. So, quickly look at the quest. Foxy boxes. We need to go and speak with Therese. This is the main storyline quest. We need to report back to Arthur, and then we can't do anything about both of these at the moment. So let's go and report to Arthur first, and then we will one of the best sculpted levels in a game we will be doing shortly. It's absolutely awesome. The haunted house, indeed. So we want to go and see Arthur at the bail bond. So we'll get us some more quests. So this is where we have to fight the vampire, the Asian vampire, and we've got the key for that now. So we can technically do that quest, but it's not going anywhere. And I kind of want to get a bit more experience first, so that we can do okay with it. So let's go and see Arthur and have a chat.
What's shaking? What? Ain't coming back? What do you mean he ain't coming back? Man, that's a tough one. Bounty hunter ain't no good without his trick. Well, hell. I got this guy with a sheet of... Well, it yeah, no...
Let's get paid first.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Here you are. Great, all right. The guy's name is Mike.
I'm working late shift.
Well, he was brought up on manslaughter charges.
How many boats do you own, Vigo?
Most recently, he was brought in as part of a big case on stolen auto parts. It's this big chop shop thing.
What brand of yacht do you have?
That's right.
You probably wouldn't know the brand.
All right, come back.
Bought them in Italy.
So we picked up another quest, and this is the door that we actually broke into to get the book earlier. And it is going to chain onto a number of other sort of quests. So it's the door opposite us. So we head back to the other main street. I'm keeping my eye on chat messages, so if any of you in chat want to say anything, feel free. Always good to know who's in there. So this is where she is, above the pawn shop. So if you can't break in when you do this quest, there is the spare key that you can pick up now, but we actually opened the door anyway. So what has triggered, now we've picked up the quest, we've already put the book, is this here.
Hey, Mayor.
And you
Mike,
need to listen
look,
to the message.
I gotta hit downtown for a few days, maybe longer. If Reno calls, tell him to meet me down there. We got something to discuss, apparently. I'll be at Milton's place in the Skyline Lofts 2A. Sorry, baby. I'll explain everything later.
Okay. So that gives us some experience, and it tells us that he's now downtown. So until we can get the taxi downtown, we can't really do anything else. So that's going on there. Haunted Hunter we can do. So the only other thing we can really do is start the main thing now, which is going to take us to the haunted house. And if you have not seen it, you are in for a treat. So we're going to do a quick save. I'm going to check our log in terms of 9 experience points now. So our blood is running low again, so we're gonna head back to Asylum. Yeah, after I've done this stream at 10:30 British Standard Time, I'm running a sort of little workshop for D&D. I'm premiering or showing some initial thoughts for a new Dungeons and Dragons world. So some people in chat are quite excited about that and talking about it. So we're going to fill some blood up first. Need to concentrate because we don't want to kill. So it's only because my persuasion and seduction are so high that we can get away with doing this.
I love my dollies. You want to come play with them?
But yeah, I'm looking forward to the world building session tonight. Don't know whether it's going to be to everybody's taste, but it's a brand new world. So we need to speak to this guy, and we need to get an appointment with Therese now.
Therese? She's upstairs. She said she had business to attend to, but I can hear her and Jeanette bickering from here. Why do you need to see her? Damn, I wish it was my job. Go on up and see her. Take the elevator.
Again, the blue line is persuasion. So we have to hit these buttons, and we have to go up. We are going to meet a couple of the most iconic characters now, Therese and Jeanette. So we kind of come here. Interestingly, look, no reflection, because we are a vampire. So, if you listen carefully, you can hear them arguing.
Look at you sometimes.
And whilst we're doing that, we'll pick up the ring that's here.
With your turn of the century bard. I always assumed you could do nothing but look down on me.
Already seen that.
Sight of you. The sight of that wicked, painted house, concealing that dirty, diseased mind. Sin! You have no sin. Let's see who is without sin past the fierce tone. Go ahead and mock me. You pull your pranks, make fun of my ways. But truthfully, you're just one big jerk. Don't you call me that. Should I start calling a duck a pig again? I'm your sister. How can you treat me like this? That's it, Jeanette. Run away from the truth. I'll take care of everything, as always.
So the siblings, Jeanette and Therese, but the door is now opened. Kind of look around, they split this room up. This is Therese's half, which is very professional. And we'll go and have a look at Jeanette's.
Please, come in. I do apologize for my sister's crassness if it made you uncomfortable. She's unabashedly scandalous, but in the club business, I suppose that kind of personality is a necessary evil.
I guess this means you are...
Therese Vorman, yes. I'm the proprietor of this club, and the only person in this city whose good side it's in your best interest to stay on. What brings you to Santa Monica?
I need you to...
Tongue's exile is self-imposed, I assure you. But then, what reason would I have not to hate that loathsome Nosferatu scoundrel? Bloody Nosferatu. They're so... unclean.
Why do you hate him?
He meddles in my affairs. He's a bad influence on my sister, and she on him. If you were in my place, would you let him compromise your authority? You most certainly would not. I'd quite like it if I never had to hear that name again. Why would I do that? Let him think I mean to kill him. That way I don't have to worry about him sabotaging everything. Do you realize how his subterfuge makes me look to the Camarilla? I'm not sure the Camarilla would find that an acceptable method of dealing with one's rival, and right now, I very much need their approval to become officially recognized as the legitimate administrator of this city. Tongue and his co-conspirators' actions ruined my chance at partnership in a crucial piece of property. I do have several other promising ventures, and one in particular has been, to say the least, an ordeal. I'd be willing to put the word out that my grievances with Tongue have been swept under the rug, but in return, you'll have to help me remove a particularly burdensome spirit from a property I'm looking to invest in. Rumor is that a personal item of a ghost's may be used to draw it out or excise it from its haunt. While I don't put a lot of stock in hearsay, it's my last option. So I want you to go to the Ocean House Hotel, find an item of the spirits, and bring it back.
Okay.
Oh, I fully intend to do so. You'll find that dealing with me on the whole is appreciably more predictable than dealing with some of the egomaniacs that are my peers. So long as our business doesn't go sour, my word is gold. Before I forget, take this. The only way to reach the Ocean House this time of night is through a tunnel in the sewers. You'll need that key to open the gate for that tunnel. If you'll excuse me, I've got situations to set straight.
So that's that. We can, creepy picture. Again, the artwork is great in this game. This is Jeanette's bed. But you can look at this. Jeanette's computer. I don't know whether we can hack this at the moment. I don't know whether there are. Difficulty 4. We could have a look at it, but I know there's nothing particular on there that is relevant at the moment. So let us go and do the job. So we're in the elevator again. You have to wait for the doors to close and then press 1. This will take us down. Our blood levels are okay. There we go. So, we are going to do quite possibly the best level in this game. Best level in, I think it says the haunted house. We can't do anything with that. Confined to this, and we're onto this one at the moment. So, the first thing we need to do is find sewer. A sewer entry, because we need to go through the sewers, she said. There should be one round here. There we are. So, quite difficult to navigate. There we go. You have to sort of jump and wiggle to get through them. And there we go. So we look around here, and what we're looking for is the way up to... I can never remember the way, but I run around until we can find it. We'll come across it very shortly. There you go, it's right at the bottom here anyway. And there we are. So we can use the key here. And we just need to go up here. Up the ladder we go. And there we are. We are where we needed to be. So this is the Ocean House Hotel. Quickly save the game. Now, you can search around, but I know the keys to the house are in this place here, so we have to go here. I'll have to pick up the keys here. Again, there's nothing. There's things that you can move around, but there's nothing of any sort of interest in here other than the keys. So we are good to go. And then up to this haunted house. I'll play this. Oh, there are a lot of things that will go bump in the night. It's amazing really how much the sound makes a difference. I've played this level quite a few times, and if I don't have my earphones on, the sound, it doesn't make you jump at all. So you can look around here, there's all of this, there's things that will crash down. Saw that creepy shadowy axeman there. Doesn't really matter which staircase you go up, whichever staircase you go up, the same thing will happen. You will fall down into this dark chamber. Oh dear, we need to get out. How can we get out? Oh. There's a corridor here, but none of the lights are on. Maybe we need to try and find how to put the power on. I mean, a lockpick difficulty of 8, so we're not going to be able to do that. So let's just go down here. Oh, what's that? Oh no, oh, it's gone. Oh, creepy. But where did she go? Oh, what's this? Okay. We can hear footsteps. Smash through this wall. Oh, what's this? Hotel Hell. Child several head found in a creepy. It's so cleverly put together. Now that we've looked at the newspaper, I don't think there's anything it lets us through. And this is the door that we tried to get in before, but that hasn't really helped us. Can't go through this door. So let us go and explore a little bit more. Go here. Oh, this is the laundry. Wait, oh no. Oh no, this is not good. Is it going to be a severed head? Boiler room key. Boiler rooms. We know how well they go in horror movies. So come here and we'll go towards the red light maybe. We've got the key to this. This must be the boiler room. So we come down here, The sound effects are really cool. The lighting effect is really nice with the red, making it feel like you're descending down to hell or something. So we come along here, and obviously we want to turn things on. As we do though, something is trying to hurt us. Ow, ow. Just managed to escape, but look at our health now. That was a little too close for comfort. Ominous piano. But we've managed to turn the lights on now, so that's got to be good, hasn't it? At least we can kind of see what's going on. Oh no, it's just creating more shadow. Elevator. I guess this is where we need to go. Oh, something's laughing at us. Oh. Shaking paintings. So we need to careful. Oh look, we can see over here the woman, and she's doing something there. What's she doing? Looking. Ghost. Just run round here. There's things kind of explode around us. She was definitely pointing at something, inviting us in. I've literally got goosebumps at the moment, so we'll have a look at here. Oh, there's a picture. That is not creepy at all. Right, so let's have a look in this room here. Another quick save just in case we get hit by something. So what we really want is in this room here, which is the upstairs key, as things are being thrown at us. We can see that she's at the far end there trying to tell us something. Let's run across to her. Boom. Oh no. Here she is. She's pointing. Wow, sounds like something's going on. Smash down and drop down. This is... Oh, let's have a look at this newspaper. Murder, suicide. Terrifying. So we need to go through here. I need to do my superb jumping skills again. In we go. Oh, and we are going down. So, this is okay. I'll take the... Help me. You need to hide in this thing here. As it is very atmospheric. We can have the whispering, he's coming. You can have a look at the diary and you can read all of this, but fundamentally it is not a happy story. So the kitchen is going to go crazy in a minute. You have to hide into this corner here for it to go through. And after a few moments, as it begins to calm down a little bit, you can move through and the door does open. You can avoid taking lots of damage. So we do need to go to here, but we need to smash through, and fortunately we can move this box a little bit. I shall demonstrate my jumping skills now, once again. And then it should be relatively straightforward into here. We can have a little bit more whispering in a minute. Be careful. Right, now, when I first played this game, this bit here killed me so many times. It's very good. I've just saved the game again. So we're in the elevator shaft here, and you need to get back up onto that ledge as fast as possible, otherwise you get crushed. Because otherwise that falls down upon you, and it is not pleasant. One to avoid. So you need to climb up this ladder here. We're aiming for that door there. And then the controls are a little bit funny here. It feels like you're going to fall off at any given point, but you should be able to make it through quite nicely. So here we are in this room. making our way up. So some of the doors open, some of them don't. You need to go into this one because hidden here is a thing, and if you have this item, it increases your defense by 1 point, which is a nice little thing to have. And if you don't search all these places, you don't find these things. But the way forward is along here, and things get progressively. Oh, we saw that there. As things get thrown at you. We can't go through there. We can go through this door here into this room. There's broken down furniture and the like, but we need to sort of go up here. Fortunately, you don't need to be super skilled at balancing. And then we've made it through here. This is where all the haunting stuff comes. It's not very nice. Then it's a little bit of a run and a jump here. Now you need to move quite fast because obviously you can see how much it's taken down my health there. But we're almost there now actually. This is the room, and as you kind of move into this room, it seems to transform magic, because the floor is not illusionary, it is actually solid. Books and everything. But there's nothing here that you need other than this. But as soon as you take this, which is what you're after, the illusion changes and it goes back to this. But we do have one experienced. But the only real way down is to make your way down properly. And it is still creepy. You have to be aware that you are on low health, but it doesn't really matter so much. So you can drop down here. But we want to make it to that door there. So this door here. And then that's it. You see, we're back on this balcony here, and it is plain sailing. We are still spooky effects, but home and dry. And that is that level. When you're actually playing it through yourself for the very first time and you're kind of searching everywhere, it is a truly terrifying experience. So all we need to do now is head back. Out to the grotty sewers. And we can hand in the quest. Alright, so let us have a look what we are at the moment. So we've done that quest, can't really do that, can't really do that, and how are we doing for experience? We've got 10 experience at the moment. and oh, Therese is not here. It is Jeanette.
How odd. I was just having naughty thoughts about you. You made quite an impression earlier. Did you come up just to cheer lonely little me? Really? Do I often pogo stick through your thoughts wearing nothing but a smile? Be honest. Or don't. What all swayed kittens do. On hands and knees you lap up the milk of me. And we purr, kitten, like dragonflies buzzing around frog bellies. So, Therese told me you might be back with something for her. Do you have it with you? It's beautiful, like a knight in shining armor, dangling at the end of a noose. That was cliché and predictable, but you can say it any time, and I'll act like you were the first and only. Are you sure that's the kind of thing you want to say to me? Keep bending me, and I'm bound to snap. Oh, did she now? I spend a few nights with Bertram, and all of a sudden he's the pox of Santa Monica. Paranoia and Therese have been bedfellows for longer than I can remember. Indulge my curiosity. What did you really think of Therese? We're identical twins. That is unfortunate, isn't it? I wish I could do something about it, but Bertram won't believe it's off until he hears Therese say it's off. And as I told you, I'm really not sure what Therese is. However... Do you know Gallery Noir down the street? I happen to know there's a charity event being organized there. Lots of influential Santa Monicans slithering in for token appearances. But there's one thing they don't know. The whole event's been set up by a kindred trying to establish their own power clique in our city. And we can't let that happen, can we? So I need some brilliant young upstart to spoil the milk. I promise this won't take long. Take this knife. Give the paintings in the gallery a good slashing. Don't get caught, and don't turn it into a massacre. And steal the charity box, would you? Buy yourself something velvet. It's not what you think. Every pretty penny dropped in that box is going right into some other kindred's purse. You'd be crooking from a dirty steal. I'm sure Therese will be thrilled to honor your agreement when you get back. But in the meantime, get to the museum and ruin those paintings. Then pay me a visit. I want to hear all about it. Hurry up. I can only amuse myself for so long. Oh, and there was something about the paintings. What was it? I can't remember. Oh well, have fun, Duckling.
Okay, so we have yet another quest. And we are going down. Soundtrack of this game is awesome as well. So we move through here. So Gallery Noir is down the other way. This is it here. Just do a quick little save.
I'm afraid you are committing a 351.
It's
That's
another
trespassing
excellent
on private property. I'm gonna
sort
have
of
to ask
character
you
in
to
the game.
vacate the premises immediately, or I'm afraid I'll be forced to radio this in. Well, Missy, that's just a natural response that people have to someone in my kind of position. The risk, the prestige, the authority. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. Yeah, you know, you'd be surprised how often I hear that in this line of work. It's the uniform, you know. Women just can't get over the uniform. Well, yeah, unfortunately, if I continue to engage you in conversation, it's a violation of Code 613.
So we get to feed off him without causing a Masquerade violation. Just enough to put him under for the moment. And then we will take this key, which means we can just go in the front quite nicely. Save the game again. So the charity box is here. And then you have these paintings. So the first thing, oh, we've lost some humanity because we have stolen some money. I'll show you how to get humanity back in a moment. We need to take the knife and use it. Now we need to, there was a hint. We need to cut these paintings in order. And it's chronological order. So first one is Cain, who slays Abel. And then Cain is cursed by God. And then Cain meets Lilith. This is all fantastic Vampire the Masquerade lore. So when we cut this final painting, something will appear, some blood demon, and we have to fight them. So I'm just wondering what we should do. So we can blood strike. We can potentially try and suicide. Our range is better. So yeah, so this is what we do. So for this instance, we are going to test our seem to be doing particularly well like that. So let us take I suppose the knife really. We can always use the, sure, we picked up a blood bag. Oh, there it is. So we'll use that as well. Not particularly good at melee. So yeah, we need to put some skills into that, but we have completed that quest now. slowly heal up. We might need to get some more blood back. I need to work on my combat skills. But that was relatively successful. Right, so with that, I think what I'm going to do, because I want to split this stream into two for YouTube, is I'm going to have a quick couple of
I missed
bites
you.
to heat.
Did you miss me?
Then I'm going to stop this stream and start it up again in a second or two. So I'm going to just do this, and I am going to feed off her.
Hey, you. It's a long time until sunrise. Want to come play with me?
So that's pumped our blood back up, and what I was talking about earlier, yeah, is humanity. So if we kind of look at this, we've lost 1 point of humanity. If you dance for about 5 minutes, you will retrieve that humanity. So what I'm going to do is start doing the dance like that, and in the meantime what I'm going to do is end the stream whilst we're dancing. We're going to come back in a couple of minutes time, so stay tuned. We are coming back, and we will be from sort of 8:30 till 10 o'clock doing part 3 of this playthrough. Okay, stay tuned. We will see you very soon. A couple of minutes, we will be right back.